You know, I was gonna go out today because, you know, it's a Saturday night and I need to like get my cold approaches in because I need to put myself out there and get like my social interaction in for the week because we all know I'm not getting it in class. But then I like was on Reddit, right? And I saw this post about this girl getting like liver cirrhosis from drinking, and you know, that just like really killed the vibe. I'm like, you know what? Fuck that.
Yikes, Drake. Have you tried being confident?
I know what everyone's thinking just from the title of this video alone about how this idea has been covered near death. I mean, I know it's not exactly a very original thought to come on here and say Hamza bad. Like, most black pillars probably agree that Hamza is a level 100 grifter at this point. You might be wondering why I'm making this video. It's because there's something here that no one talks about. People in our circle love to point out the flaws about how Hamza lies to his audience about gym and how it's gonna help you get so many girls. But the thing is, that's only half his grift. The other half is all this mental mumbo jumbo about meditation and finding your inner light. Cause at least with like lifting and gym coping, you're getting something physical out of it, right? Like once you nuke your body with like trend for 20 years screaming, "Where my Stacy's at?" At least you have a massive figure and some gains. And of course, it's not gonna do shit. I remember in summer 23, I was at my largest. I gained like some 20 pounds within the span of 3 months. I was all like, "Damn, Dre, you look badass as hell." I remember when I came back for classes in the fall, every guy was giving me a pat on the back for getting so ripped, but literally all the girls just noticed I grew my hair out. Like, I swear to God, not a single girl noticed I gained any weight. At least not my body. My face is a complete different story. Like, I look back at those photos in summer 23, and I look like a fucking bloodhound. Like, I understand why Blair was so scared of me. She probably thought I looked hideous. But this meditation and mind work stuff is like on a whole other level of pure copium. Just take a look at this.
Habit that Adonis does,
Oh, fuck my life. Not this Adonis crap again.
which leads to him being present in loving conversations,
Yo, is that Susan Heffley? What the fuck?
which allows him to digest the wisdom from great people, and it's meditation. Meditation seems like a weird thing that a lot of people explain in very
First of all, I have to give credit where credit's due. That eyebrow slit goes hard, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
complicated ways, and they don't use plain English. I hate that so much. I'm gonna explain it to you in a way that you can fully understand. No BS, using normal people words. I'm not gonna use like sophisticated language like all these motherfuckers do. First of all, why should you even care? Is there a good reason to meditate? A lot of people are telling you to meditate, but what real benefits? Not like, you know, this scientific like checkpoints that meditation has been shown. Shut the fuck up.
And then he does exactly that and gives us a bunch of scientific bullshit for like the next 30 seconds. I'm just gonna fast forward through this shit. Feel free to actually watch the video if you want, but just to save your brain, I recommend you don't.
Consumption. So for the dumbasses who spend time on TikTok,
How dare you call Ace Got You a dumbass? That's fucked up.
think about how it's going to affect your relationships now that you're going to take meditation more seriously.
Oh, yeah, here's the relationship cope that the whole video is based off of.
Your ability to stay present in conversations is going to be improved. And so you'll be able to actually connect with each other so much better.
What the fuck? Yeah, bro, they can tell that you meditated, just like how they can tell you post on incel forums.
Than if your mind was just wandering elsewhere. And this is now why you see why I'm making this video. Because imagine that you improve your presence through meditation, but you're still speaking to the same people and their mind is wandering. You're still not going to be able to connect with them that well, are you?
Yeah, hear that, guys? Even if you take the time to meditate and get your mind to be focused, it doesn't matter if the other person doesn't focus. So what's the fucking point?
I don't have anything to sell you. Why I preach so much for meditation, the reason why I want more people to meditate is because when I get into conversations with someone, I wish that they meditated for the last 6 months.
Yeah, guys, you ever look at a girl and you're like, she's a 10, but does she meditate?
It's as simple as that. And when you get into consistent meditation, you'll be like one of those people who always talks about it, who always wants other people to get onto it. It's my own selfish benefit. My own selfish benefit.
Okay, yeah, he basically said the truth. On to the next video. Okay, I'm gonna have to like tread really carefully with this next one. Here's why. Like, this next channel, Law of Attraction Solutions, has over 1.1 million subscribers. That's a crazy amount of people watching these videos. And I mean, for a lot of people, this is their bread and butter. This is what keeps them going. Like, the human brain has such a need to cope that it's gonna basically latch onto anything it can find in order to not be in complete despair. So basically, this guy says he can help you get the hose just by using 3 simple words. Now, what could these 3 words be? Maybe it's, let's go cringe max. I don't know. Let's take a look.
Manifest instantly, right now, using this special technique, only 3 words. If you haven't got our new book, Law of Attraction Secrets. It's available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and other places. But you can go to Amazon. It's the easiest. Get the book. Look, this is the kind of book you're going to want to keep for the rest of your life because it covers so many topics.
Yeah, here's like the thing I don't get about these coaches, right? Like all these like mind gurus. Like when they're not telling people how to like manifest their specific person, they're telling you how to manifest money. Thing is, if they're so good at manifesting money, why do they have to like sell products?
Are you still waiting for your specific person to text you?
Yes.
And this is the video for you. I'm going to share with you in this video a technique that I personally use. I've been using it quite a bit lately, and it's so effective. This technique works with 3 simple words, and it's almost instant manifestation. That's why I use this technique all the time, and I suggest that you might start using it as well. But you and I are going to use it together. I'm going to help you manifest. I'm going to help you get what you want during this video. So don't go away. Manifestation can happen instantly. It can take days. It can take weeks, it can take months, it can take years.
Oh my god, guys, it can take years. Imagine some oofy doofy goes to med school, finishes residency, like the whole thing, right? And then as soon as he gets out, like some girl just like comes for him for like his money, right? And he's like, oh my god, I manifested her. It took me 10 years, but I did it. I manifested her in 10 years, guys.
But most of the time, 99.9% of the time, it doesn't need to take a long time. You can manifest instantly using these powerful 3 words. The 3 words I'm about to share with you unlock the power of your mind to draw to you exactly what you desire fast.
I like how he keeps saying these 3 words and like he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you fast. And then he takes like a full 5 minutes to get to the point. Like, I know you have to keep those retention rates up, dude, but come on.
One poison that destroys manifesting more than anything else is doubt. That's why I constantly say, doubt your doubts. The 3 words that I'm going to share with you here in a minute.
Bro, just tell us. Oh my god.
They're an antidote to the poison. They're an antidote to the doubt. These 3 words take you from a state of doubt to a state of absolute certainty. Okay, here are the 3 words.
Thank God, finally.
I am
gay.
Sure.
Sure. I knew it was sure.
I am sure I'm going to get that new home that I put an offer on. I'm sure that I'm going to be accepted into the university that I've applied to. I'm sure that my specific person is going to text me in the next hour. I'm sure that I'm going to get a raise at work. You see, when you say the words, I am sure, you've neutralized the doubt.
Oh, okay, this all makes sense now. So, all those rejections, all those times I got fucked over at like work and stuff, all I had to say was, I am sure. And then, everything just works, right? Like if you get arrested by the FBI for like peddling steroids or some shit, just go to the FBI officer and be like, I am sure you're not gonna arrest me. Like do some like Jedi mind tricks or some shit and he'll just let you out. Okay, so this next video is for all the height cells, all the short cells that watch my videos. Have you tried HGH, MK677, all those growth hormones, and you're still a 5'3" manlet? Well, I got the solution for you.
Hey guys, it's Hi. Welcome back to my YouTube channel.
Like before I start critiquing this video, I do feel kind of bad, right? Like she seems like a pretty well-adjusted, like nice person, right? And I'm not saying that like in a simp way, and like a good amount of people cope with this kind of stuff. I don't want to like dunk on somebody's positivity vibes or something that seems kind of mean-spirited, but I do want to cover this topic, so it is what it is.
Like commented thing, like so many people have been manifesting a height increase or decrease, just a change in height in general. So I'm gonna walk you guys through it. Just gonna be here for you, walk you guys through it, tell you what to do and how to do it. Okay, let's first go over the basics of manifesting. Yes, we all know what it is. Blah, blah, blah. But I'm gonna go over it because it's good to have a refresher. Basically, with manifesting, all you have to do is assume.
All you have to do is just think that you're 6'4", bro. Just think with your brain that you're 6'4", and boom, you're tall.
That is it. An assumption is believing something without like solid evidence or fact to back it up, but you just believe it. So if you start assuming that you're 6'8" and you're 5'4", you're gonna be 6'8". You are literally going to increase to that height.
I am 6'8", I am 6'8", I am 6'8", I am 6'8", I am 6'8".
Because it's an assumption that you have. And whatever assumption you persist on is going to show up in the reality. That's why you are so short or you are so tall or whatever height you are, because you have persisted on the assumption that you are the height you are. But you can change that. So that is the good thing. So to put it simply, all you have to do is create the assumption that you are your desired height. A lot of people have a hard time understanding that, but you are so powerful. You have controlled every aspect of your life ever.
You hear that, bro? You're poor. It's your fault. Your parents died in a fucking accident when you're 2 years old. Your fault.
I don't care if it's scientifically impossible or you can't change your bone structure once it's like...
Bro, just imagine that you look like Hernan Drago. Just change your bone structure by thinking. Surgeons hate this one trick. Okay, she's just kind of yapping, so I'm just gonna like fast forward some of this.
With manifesting appearance changes in general, I always recommend placebo effects just because I like them, just because they're helpful for me. So a placebo effect that could be really good for the height increase is stretching. Literally stretch, like.
Imagine doing this in class, like you're just stretching like a complete moron. And the teacher's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And you're just like, "Oh, I'm trying to become 6'8", bro."
Stretch. And guess what? If you affirm that this is gonna make you taller, give you your desired height, it's gonna give you your desired height. If you want to shrink smaller, take a warm shower and say the humidity in here is going to shrink me. Is it going to? If you assume it's going to, it's going to. Use random ass placebo effects like that. That might seem pointless. That might seem like they might not work. Doesn't matter, because if you assume it works, it'll work, which is the best part. You can do whatever placebo you want. And if you assume that this is going to help you, it's going to help you. And that is amazing. We love to do that. Do whatever placebo you want. You can drink water. You can blink and say that's going to help you get your desired appearance or your desired height.
Okay, here's my placebo. Every time I smash my face in with a hammer, I get more bone density. Oh, wait.
Every time you see someone with your desired height, whether it's shorter or taller or whatever, just affirm that that's you.
Bro, imagine going to the club and you see some like 6'5" Chad. And you're just in the corner, you're like, "That's me, that's me."
That you are looking in a mirror and you're like, "Wow, I'm so happy that I'm my desired height. I'm so happy that I'm the height I want to be." And that's all you have to do.
And if you go to the manifestation subreddit r/Neville Goddard, there's even more posts on how to breathe in such a way in order to get what you desire. Like, I'm not even saying it doesn't work. Clearly, there are a good amount of people who stand by this stuff. Like, there are thousands of people on this sub alone. All these high numbers tell us that people are like really desperate. But at the same time, I'm not looking at this as some outside black pillar who's never attempted to use this stuff. Because the thing is, I used to buy into all that meditation and no fat bullshit when I was a frustrated teenager. And if you want a really good online grift, I suggest just like going into meditation or like manifestation, right? Because you can make so much money just selling people fake hope. I remember my freshman year of high school, I had a crush on this girl that was dating my friend at the time. The most brutal part is that he hated her and he eventually dumped her. And first of all, there's nothing more brutal than wanting a girl only for her to want someone who doesn't like her. Like, do you know what I would do to be in your shoes right now? And while I spent all that time self-improving and beating around the bush with no fap, grinding, finding my value, etc., she was getting railed by my friend. Now just think for a second. Do you think your local frat Chad or the star football player from your high school spends his free time browsing r/law of attraction? You know, the funny part is that like Reddit is the source for this whole just take a shower bro meme. I remember when I was like 14, 15, like some odd 6 years ago, I desperately Googled how to get a girlfriend and watched some videos on YouTube. But the thing is, what happens is that like you watch all these videos with all this information being about how to be funny or being confident, and for a while you believe it, and then you only notice it doesn't work. Then what happens is you go watch some more blue-pilled videos from Redditors, where they like condescendingly tell you to take a shower. You know, for some reason they assume that the most unattractive people don't bathe or have basic hygiene, when in reality unattractive people are typically just as hygienic as attractive people. The thing is, the failure effect just makes it seem like they're less hygienic in contrast. But like this advice is so brain dead that it deservedly became a meme, and thankfully even normies began clowning on it. And then after you leave the blue pill, you get into the red pill, and begin to consume all this content telling you that you need to learn game and go on nofap to find your purpose or something. And I used to be incredibly obsessed with nofap as an impressionable teenager because I thought the reason I didn't have a girlfriend is because women could sense that I busted a nut the night before. I mean, in retrospect, it was cringe, but I can't even get mad at myself. I actually started looking at MGTOW content around this age as well. And the thing is, if you're looking at Hammerhand videos as a 14-year-old, I don't even know what to tell you at that point. I'm very fortunate to have gotten blackpilled right before Hamza became a big thing, right? His subscriber count was only like in the few thousands when I first caught wind of him, and I immediately found myself disliking his content. But the thing is, if I was like just a year or two younger, I know for a fact I would have been a Hamza victim. I could totally see myself buying his cope classes or convincing my parents that protein is healthy. And you know, once you get out of your red pill phase, what happens is you move on from getting scammed by Hamza to getting scammed by LooksMax grifters. Like maybe a year or so ago, like all the TikTok normies started looking at people like Dylan Latham or K Shami selling them snake oil, and then they come to our circles nonetheless. Like I don't even know who the new LooksMax TikTokers are. I think it's like some guy named Zeta or something. And then after they realize all this mewing and cold shower nonsense doesn't do much, they start looking into like more invasive surgeries and extreme things. And you know, sometimes they send, but to be honest with you, the vast majority do not. The thing is, even in college, I can't seem to escape this whole meditation thing. Like I'm taking this alternative medicine class for my major, right? My fault. And this week we're working on meditation and stuff, and oh my god, it was so dumb.
Okay, class, this week's assignment, 20 minutes of mindfulness meditation every day. Trust me, it'll change your life.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
I feel so centered now. It's like totally transformed my perspective, you know?
Meanwhile, there's me, cross-legged on my dorm room floor, wondering if I'm even doing it right, or if everyone else is just good at pretending. I tried, I really did. Breathing exercises, guided meditations. I even downloaded that stupid Calm app with a soothing voice. And you know, this isn't my first time doing this stuff in college either. Literally my freshman year of college, I meditated like there was no tomorrow, like a complete schizophrenic on my bed. I was all like, oh, I'm gonna manifest some hoes tonight. My roommates were all like,
yo, what the fuck are you doing, Dre?
And if you want just one takeaway from this whole thing, it's that you don't have to do any long-term self-improvement or comical amounts of mental work just to like have friends in a relationship. Like, young men in general in modern society feel like this need to undergo some arduous path like a warrior in order to gain a significant other or social validation. In reality, none of those things even do anything. It's like what Rehab Room says, if it's easy to fix, it's probably not going to do much. A common mistake that people in the self-improvement community make is thinking that all this endless work on themselves is going to make people more attracted to them. In reality, women realize with age that their options are getting fainter and fainter. Like, ask yourself why she started dating you at 30 rather than 15. And you know, all the copers will be like, oh, but bro, that's only because we met at the age of 30. Trust and believe, she would not have dated you if she knew you back then. It's not because your values increased all that much after the self-improvement. It's because her standards for a guy drop. Women's true preferences for a guy can typically be seen in their high school and college days. Of course, I know some knucklehead Hamza viewer is gonna watch this and jump to the conclusion that self-improvement's pointless, and that we should all be like Ethan Klein and just get fat eating slop. What I mean to say is that improving for yourself because you want to is the best route, as cheesy as that advice is. You gotta enjoy the small things in life, like learning to play the guitar or eating your favorite food or taking a walk in the park. I'm not saying to give up if you have options, but for the vast majority of us, we've tried over and over again and gotten nothing but negative feedback. You don't want to spend nights on end devising ways on how to not touch your dick or lean max on 30 different chemicals in order to have some girl say hi to you. I'm not saying that self-improvement's dumb or anything like that, and it may sound like I'm contradicting everything I said in this video for the past few minutes, but I actually do think that self-improvement is something that every person on this planet does at some point in their life, especially Zoomer guys, right? But what I'm trying to dissuade people from doing are these nothing burger techniques that give you the illusion of progress. The reason why most people even hop onto these things like meditation is because they aren't seeing any progress in their day-to-day life. They think, okay, I'll try to fix the problem on a more spiritual level. I genuinely think you're doing yourself a disservice by spending time doing all these mental gymnastics when you could actually try to do something and change the world around you physically. Like, I could totally see somebody resigning themselves to their room, coping and trying to shift their mental state and escape from their life that way. In fact, there's an entire subreddit of them. I remember when I got this subreddit called r/shifting recommended to me, and basically, if you don't know what shifting is, it's when people try to tap into their consciousnesses to move into an alternate reality. It can be like anything, like a reality where there's one small difference, or even fictional worlds like the MCU or Attack on Titan. Although I don't know why anybody in their right minds would go to the latter on purpose. Like the fucking Dina Jaeger Titan gave me nightmares at the age of 17 when I watched it for the first time. You know, we should all try try to shift to a universe where Shadow Pry is an incel. Like, that would be literally the only difference between our world and this new dimension. That'd be the funniest thing ever. Let's see how much his community helps him when he's a recessed incel beyond repair. Okay, jokes aside, I feel like the only two types of people who are trying to shift to a whole new dimension are either 1, incredibly bored with their default reality because they've achieved everything they want, or 2, they're incredibly stressed about their world and want to escape it. And you know, I think the vast majority of people fall into the second category, which is just kind of sad. You know, most of these people are usually teenage femcells who don't have a good social life, and they're just trying to escape. They need to cope just as much as like the teenage incels have to, so it's not like I can really blame them. But I do really feel bad for them because it's clear that the vast majority of them don't seem to be succeeding. I do get the allure, right? Imagine if somebody told you you could basically shift anywhere and do anything, and it plays into this whole power fantasy that people have. Like, they want to travel the multiverse, like they see in the superhero movies, or maybe it's something more sad, like they want to start their life over or see a dead relative. Like, I really do feel bad for these kids. I hope they either succeed or find a way to survive in their own reality. And you know, maybe this stuff really does work for some people. And if you guys are feeling brave, by all means experiment with your own consciousness thoughts or whatever. But for me, it's basically gotten me nowhere, and I find that monitoring my own thoughts and stressing myself for basically no reason has just made me worse off mentally. From my own experience, I've seen a more positive reaction from simply doing basic soft maxes. I know above that I said it doesn't really work for everybody, but I have seen a lot of improvement from soft maxing, so you never really know unless you try. You know, just to end this video off, I want to share my own guided meditation that I created. So here goes. Welcome, seekers of truth and subscribers of the absent. Today, we embark on a journey to connect with the ethereal essence of DBDR, the vanished YouTuber. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in and out. Feel the energy of the unfinished video series flowing through you. Visualize your subscription feed. See the void where DBDR's content once flourished. Feel the emptiness and embrace it. Now, imagine your cursor hovering over the refresh button. Click it in your mind, again and again. This is your mantra. Upload, upload, upload. Is this doing anything for anybody? No? Just me then? Okay, moving on. Picture DBDR's avatar. Let it fill your mind's eye. Now, visualize it slowly buffering, forever loading, just like our patience. Ooh, reach out with your third eye, or maybe your Wi-Fi, and send a message into the digital void. DBDR, oh DBDR, wherefore art thou, content creator? No, seriously, where the fuck are you? It's been a month. Now, gently open your eyes. Look at your subscription feed. Seriously, nothing? Well, I guess it is what it is. Fuck my life.
This is a certified PSL classic.